This is the technical difficulties. We're playing Citation Needed. Joining me today, he reads books. You know, it's Chris Joel.
Hello.
Everybody's favourite Gary Brannan. Gary Brannan.
Yes, I did order a crunch corner, but not that crunchy.
I'm the bountiest man on the internet, Matt Gray.
Izzy, Wizzy, let's get busy.
Bang, 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 bow.
In front of me, I've got an article from Wikipedia, and these folks can't see it. Every fact they get right is a point and a ding, and a special prize for particularly good answers, which is... And today we are talking about Camp Bonifas.
Is that like a smiley Guantanamo?
Count
Boniface. I mean, I'm giving you a vague
Service?
point because it's a United Nations Command military post. So it's not the US, but it is camp in the sense of military post, so I will give you the point.
Camp in what other sense?
In the sense of a place you go to camp with a tent.
What, you mean
Look at his Camp Bonifas.
Actually, given that Bonnie is actually Polari, that's
it is.
not
It
actually
is.
all that wrong.
Yeah, Polari being the language of gay men in the 1950s
Yeah.
and 60s, descended from carnival speak. So, you know, if you hear Kenneth Williams, Julian and Sandy, you know, Bavardi or Eek means he's got quite a nice face. Stuff like that is how gay men would talk to each other so that the police and other people couldn't hear them, because obviously homosexuality was entirely illegal.
And it's a star as well, isn't it?
That's Polaris. That's something else. It's not quite. Actually, loads of Polari has made it into regular English. Barney, having a Barney, having a fight with someone is in there. What else have we got in
to
here?
zhuzh up, a zhuzhing bag is to do your hair and have a handbag or something like that.
naff.
Really.
Naff as well. has made it.
Terrible, yeah.
Basically, as with so many things, the rest of Britain just went, we'll have some of that. Bring this all back. Camp Boniface
Derailed that one.
does not, it's Bonifas, does not mean just someone with a nice face. Exactly.
Why is it when you say United Nations Command Centre, I immediately think, damn, that's exciting. It would just be like
That's because you grew up on Jerry Anderson and Thunderbirds and all
anything.
Yeah.
It's the United Nations Command Centre. No, it's lots of dull men looking at laptops.
Just for people with laptops in a hotel room.
Yeah.
But not in a hotel room here. Definitely not in a hotel
It's
room
an actual
Is it an actual camp?
It is an actual camp in the sense of military encampment.
Europe.
Oh, definitely not.
America.
Also no.
Middle East.
No, you're all wrong.
Something
Don't forget,
Spanish-ish.
United Nations.
Arctic.
Not
Antarctic.
No.
So not something Spanish-ish.
No, you've listed most of the regions of the world. I think you've missed 3 continents so far.
Africa.
Australia.
2 continents remaining.
Asia.
1 continent. There we go. Literally the last continent to be named.
It's not because we didn't like you, we're just saving you for last.
Like that's a terrible chat-up line, Gary.
Work for me.
Do you want that on the cutting room floor or not?
It reflects worse on me than.
So where is there going to be a United Nations command post in Asia?
Is it Korea?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm going to ask a loaded question here, so have a point. Which one?
The bottom one.
Can I say neither?
Gary gets the point there.
Is
You're
it the one that's
absolutely
on the
right.
border?
Yes, it is. Well, it was. It's now become various other things. But yes, this was the United Nations Command military post, 400 meters south of the southern boundary of the Korean DMZ.
Right. Because that's the one where you have North Korean soldiers at one side of a room staring at South Korean soldiers on the other side of the room, and they never communicate.
Never
with
the
each
Are they
Twain
being
shall
that person in the fight going, hey, and holding the other two?
Essentially, yes, that was part of their job. It was returned to being Korean territory in 2006, but yes, this was for many, many years the home to the battalion who oversaw the armistice agreement. So what can you find there? What could you find there?
porter cabins, wasn't it? It was like school classrooms that were effectively that was the channel you would go through for whatever the immigration was.
Yeah, I'll give you a point. Small collection of buildings surrounded by triple coils of razor wire.
Oh, that's not good.
It would look like a big Boy Scout camp if it wasn't for
Goofball surgeons.
The guns.
All the Korean men with guns.
The bibimbap.
All the landmines.
point.
Hey!
Right. if it wasn't for the landmines that surrounded it, yes.
Can I just point out, it was not being on a Yorkshire scout camp.
Were you a scout?
Yes, I was a scout. I was a beaver. I was a cub. I was a scout.
Oh,
And I was in the
right.
St John's ambulance as well. Yeah, I did most of the full thing apart from becoming a venture scout.
Did you hurt yourself? Is that how you got in the ambulance?
No. My scout trip had so few scouts in it. After spending weeks where we built an airfix kit, shelled a crab. And built
Artillery shelter.
no,
Just one crab in the middle of bollocks to that.
yeah, but it was like old John Crab. Actually, we built a small balloon as well one night out of tissue paper with a little basket underneath of paraffin that raised the roof and then it set on fire. And that's how I learned how to use a CO2 fire extinguisher.
You think that's a useful skill?
I think I learned more of that than tying knots. I'm going to be honest with you. And then one night we tried cooking on a cooker, one of those little paraffin cookers, and it just leaked everywhere and set the place on fire.
Again.
There's a pattern here.
Shut down shortly afterwards. What can I say?
And you were a scout, weren't you?
I was a scout. Your scouts were.
You were a proper scout.
I was. Yeah, we used to go and build like zip lines in the woods and go off camping on our
yeah.
own. And
Maybe so. But did you ever win the Scout Eurovision?
no, thank God we never entered.
Basically, adorable kids singing adorable songs in adorable
Right.
costumes. I did.
You had a very different scouting
Yeah,
experience.
we went scouting instead.
Yeah, we didn't. You see, you did things with wood and
Wood
axes.
and mountains and axes and fires.
I sang the solo in My Mummy Is 1 in a Million.
Actually, to be fair, by the time I actually got to scouts, the first 2 years were spent fighting.
Yeah,
Literally 2 hours a week, go down, have a rumble, then eventually we changed leaders.
We did do that one where you fill a boxing glove with sand, tie it to a rope, and then spin it round. You got to jump over it. Then,
That one.
Did you ever play barrels?
I don't. Which was barrels?
Barrels is 3 water barrels in the middle of the room.
Oh,
Full, if you're feeling particularly vindictive. Then the whole troop joins together in a circle, gives your arm.
which one? That one?
Like that.
Yeah.
Like
Like that.
that.
Yeah.
And then you run in a circle.
Oh, God.
And if you let go or if you hit the barrels, you're out. Naturally, this eventually leads to some of the 11-year-olds being put between two 16-year-olds and smashed into the barrels.
Although I said the boxing glove one, I just remember now. One week we did replace the boxing glove with an axe.
Nice. That's more the level we're at.
That's more your level of scouting.
I will make
yeah.
the point: South Yorkshire Scouts, West Yorkshire Scouts.
Whereas I had a Commodore 64.
Yeah, I did not do
I
any
thought
of
for a minute
this.
you were going to say you're in the Navy.
Whereas I was in the Navy.
Whereas I had a Commodore.
So, yes.
What are you talking about?
Camp Bonifas,
Oh, yeah.
which would look like a big Boy Scout camp.
Would look like a
if
South Yorkshire Boy Scout.
minefields and
Actually,
and
yeah, we
razor
did
wire,
used to have a load of old ammunition tins.
Yeah.
Some of them still with ammunition in, but
So there was one other thing you'd find there. The kind of thing you would find if you had, some bored commanders who are all used to doing a certain thing with each other.
Pornography.
No.
a steam room.
Oh, definitely not.
Battleships, the board game.
It's certainly a game.
Actual battleships.
Not in the DMZ. So a little bit to the side there.
Golf.
Point.
Oh.
What was called the most dangerous hole in golf? A 3-par, 1-hole golf course.
Oh.
It's got an AstroTurf green
And landmines.
and surrounded on 3 sides by minefields, yes.
Mulligan. No mulligans in this game. Get out and get it.
There's the map. Good luck.
Allegedly, one tee shot did actually set off a landmine.
Oh,
so,
brilliant.
It's in the rough.
Yeah, you would actually enjoy that, wouldn't you? That'd be such a great stress
Well,
relief.
it's a tee shot. It's got a bit of distance on it. It's fine. If you're like what 3 pass, there's a good
Yeah.
walk there for a start.
Yeah.
That landmine going off in the distance will look f***ing brilliant. You just get a low golf clap from the distance.
Oh no, that's definitely not what happened at one point. Because the name of Camp Bonifas, it was originally Camp Kitty Hawk. What happened? Well, I mean, the name of it kind of gives it away. This is the axe murder incident. Now, obviously,
What happened?
I'm not giving you a point for successfully guessing that there was an axe murder, but what happened in the DMZ?
Did someone wander into the DMZ by accident or
Not by accident, no.
on
Yeah, but-
purpose?
You wouldn't need the axes, would you? Because you'd have got landmines for that business.
Did the person that was wandering have the axe?
They had an axe. Why would you go into the DMZ with an axe?
So
Cut a
then you
tree
can-
down.
Point.
Oh, right,
Absolutely
okay.
right. Some of the
This is
southern
starting to ring
side.
a bell now.
Yeah.
Oh, can't think why, but it is.
Some folks from the southern side went in to cut down a poplar tree that was blocking the UN observers. The North Koreans promptly arrived with axes of their own, and the tree was not being chopped down anymore, and one of the people killed was called Bonifas. That's where the name of the camp came from. 3 days later, American South Korean forces, they launched an operation to cut down the tree with a show of force. What did they call that operation? Name?
Thor.
Legendary American who cut down trees.
Washington.
No. Oh, that's chopping down cherry trees.
Is that the person with the stupid hat?
Davy Crockett.
No, he planted trees.
And that was Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, yeah.
We've named every tree-related American.
You haven't. Americans in the comments will be screaming at you at this point.
We don't know. We're not from
Famous
there.
giant lumberjack, American folklore. Paul Bunyan.
Never heard
No,
that.
never heard of it.
Never
Really?
heard those words before.
Wow. Okay.
I've heard the word Paul and I've heard the word Bunyan, but I've never used
But
them.
only as the
using
sense of something on your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Americans, we don't know about Paul Bunyan in the same way you don't know about Michael Barrymore. All right?
Oh, that's not really the same way. I'll be honest.
Different order of magnitude.
Different order of
More
magnitude.
Finn McCool.
Oh yes. Yes, we've talked about that before.
Morphin McCall, yeah.
Yes. Actually, that's a really good. Yeah,
I
Michael
think you'll find he
Barrymore
was
is
a
not.
giant of light entertainment, though.
What, Finn McCool?
Yeah.
Saturday
know
night.
that.
Appearing up on the rocks tonight.
So what is on the DMZ now?
A tree with a hole in the bottom of it.
the tree is gone. The tree is gone.
Oh, at least they've won their cause.
Oh yeah, they did, and North Korea accepted that. Yes, we probably shouldn't have done that, and yes, you've just sent in a lot of soldiers to chop down that tree, haven't you? Okay, yes.
Have the tree. Have several. A plaque or something like that? Or?
Tourists.
Point.
That's the bit
true.
you can go and visit, isn't it?
You can actually go in a bit further now.
Yeah.
If you actually get permission to go in, you can get to the crossing point. You can technically enter North Korea briefly.
There are even tour companies that do things, but you have to pay a naughty government some money.
Yes, it is possible to get to the DMZ if you're a tourist with a lot of permissions and a lot of papers signed now, which is closer than Camp Bonifas ever was. The camp itself has been handed back to Korea.
But they have the Korean version of Buckingham Palace Guards.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They're just two men standing there. One of whom is fine with you being there. The other one who deletes the photos off your camera.
One tells the truth.
I was
and
going
one
to say, and one shoots people who ask awkward questions.
Why don't more borders work like that? And the one tells the truth, the other only lies.
Because everybody's seen Labyrinth. It'd be pointless, everybody knows the answer.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's a lovely system to filter who comes in and out of your country.
If you've seen David Bowie's Bulge, you're allowed in.
I knew we were headed for David Bowie's
It had
Bulge,
to happen, didn't it?
I'm going to say this, you deserve that if you sat through that. Like the time I discovered the Zoom function on my DVD player when my wife was out of the room. So and the loop feature as well. So when she came back in, there was a zoomed in looped version of the late David Bowie's cock and balls dancing all over the telly.
Not the cock and ball, just the crotch.
Well, no, this is the scene
Different
where
video.
he's not got the cup on. There's a point where they got him the cod piece, and there are scenes they shot beforehand where they went, oh boy, they can see the whole lot there. It's like a party down there. It's like several puppies in a paper bag. So it's doing the magic dance sequence where he's dancing from side to side, like going dance, magic dance. That bit, that's the bit he doesn't have the crotulator on, and it's
The crotulator.
Worst gym machine ever.
Crotch you now. Crotch you later.
it's like a helicopter sideways on. It's
That's a plane, Gary.
At the end of the show, congratulations, Gary. You won this one.
whoa!
Congratulations, you win a circular muscle with the head of a man and the body of a lion.
Oh no!
It's this sphinxter.
Worst superhero ever.
So with that, we say thank you to Chris Joel.
Where does the muscle go between the other parts?
To Matt Gray.
Clenching.
I've been Tom Scott. We'll see you next time. Why is the lion walking like that?